We speak student.
Molecular genetics, DNA versus RNA, a la Shmoop. We are here with Dr. Ruth Tennant to talk about molecular genetics here at Shmoop Global Headquarters in Mountain View, California. And we're going to cover genetic code and DNA, RNA structure. So, Dr. Ruth, let's review for us. We've talked about a lot of this, but just for crystal clarity for our fine users, what are the key differences between RNA and DNA? And guys, you know you're going to get this on a test.
Perfect. So one is, well, aside from their functional differences, that DNA is basically the genetic blueprint, whereas RNA is kind of this intermediate. One is that DNA has the deoxyribose sugar, whereas RNA has the ribose sugar.
Got it.
RNA uses uracil, whereas DNA uses thymine for one of the bases.
Got it. Okay. All right. And then polymerase. You've used that term a bunch. Now, polymer is many mer. What's a polymerase?
Yeah, so whenever you hear a term that has ACE in it, it basically tells you it's an enzyme. So it's a protein that does some reaction in the cell, catalyzes a reaction, and usually the ACE refers to whatever was earlier in the word.
Got it. So Shmoopase is the enzyme that helps you understand things better. Got it. Okay. And then at the end of the day, these are different functions in cells. These create different functions and so on. How do DNA and RNA work together?
So you could imagine, for example, let's say that you eat a bunch of sugar and it's going through your bloodstream.
You do that a lot, yes.
Woo! And the sugar molecules could bind to what's called a receptor on the outside of your cell. So it's basically a molecule that's sticking outside of the plasma membrane. The sugar will bind, and that will somehow change the receptor, either its shape or something, and it will basically start what's called a signaling cascade, which means it's going to start sending a signal into the cell. And depending on what the input is, it's going to be a different cascade, but ultimately what happens is it ends up at the DNA. So there's a bunch of molecules that are involved, they get turned on, they get turned off, and ultimately you end up turning on specific genes. And that's the process of transcription.
Got it.
Involving RNA polymerase, yep.
Got it. Okay. What are the differences between RNA and DNA? What is polymerase? How do DNA and RNA work together?